Good morning, beautiful people. It's early today. It's my daughter's first day of school. So, you know what that means? That means I have to wake up early. So, no excuses. Let's start here. I haven't even got my hair done yet. I'm just doing a hat real quick. Do that in a little bit. But that means I have to get up a little bit early and get done what I need to get done. So, here we are. Tuesday, day 26. Wonderful quote today. The only way to discover the limits of the possible is to go beyond them into the impossible. Think about it. Everything that we have ever discovered, everything that was ever invented was impossible at one point. And then we figured it out. We invented it, and now it is possible. Now, this is the same scenario with every single thing that you vision, that you doubt yourself on, that you have that little voice inside of you that is stopping you from doing whatever it is that you are doing. You can focus on those, and you can say, it's that, impossible, whatever. Or you could just go do it. You can break those. I have a little thing that I do. I talked about it earlier, but it's what a lot of people do when they run or so forth. They focus on small goals. Like, I'm going to get to this next light post. Just get to that next light post. Just get to that next light post. You don't need to know how you're going to do it. Your body might be telling you, I'm never going to do it. Your heart rate might be going. You might not be able to breathe. It might feel impossible. But then you break that up and you get there before you know it. It's like, wow, I really ran farther than I thought. And you just keep going and keep pushing. And this is the same for anything. You have to have that vision. You have to set that goal where you want to get to. And along the way, you will break down barriers that could stop you if you would just focus on the barriers. Instead of focusing on, oh man, my shins really hurt, or my back hurts, or this hurts, or I can't breathe, I can't breathe. What's going to happen? You're going to stop. But instead, I say, I got to get to the light pole. And then your body tells, I can't breathe, I got to get to the light pole. I can't breathe, I got to get to the light pole. Next thing you know, you're at the light pole. That's how it works. So, with that said, my fitness question today is, how and where do I get started? That's probably the hardest part, is just doing something, right? Well, the first thing is just do it. It doesn't matter what it is. You already have the answers. You already have the answers inside of you. Just start. Exactly. Just say, hey, I haven't been on a walk in a long time. Cool. Start with a simple walk. And then the next day, start with a little simpler walk. A walk. You have to understand that it's persistence that is the most important. Habits are the most important. That lifestyle. That you telling yourself, I'm going to go do something, even though you're not wanting to go do it. That is what we need to continue to live a good, healthy lifestyle. The biggest issue is people get motivated, they get whatever, pay for a lot of money for some coach, is this. So they do something for a day or for a week or for a month or 3 months, and then they fall off again, right? They go right back to the way they were because they never developed that persistence, that habit building within them. They just relied on other people, right? So how do you get started? You get started small. Start by doing something that you know you can achieve, that you know you can do for a little while. And when that day comes where you don't want to do it, you absolutely make sure you go do it. And it doesn't matter if it's walking. It doesn't matter if you like to do something a little bit more. I mean, maybe you like to play tennis or pickleball or volleyball, or let's just say you like some recreational activities. But maybe we should start with a walk or some runs first, because you go play pickleball, you might go bust your knee out since you haven't even gone for a walk in the last 2 years. Make sense? So start small. Start preparing this. I want to get a little bit more in shape so I can go play pickleball. Let's start with going a walk and increase my walk a little bit every day for the next 2 weeks. Set a goal like that. That'd be a great goal. I'm gonna walk just a little bit extra every single day. All right? You can download all these apps and track and do whatever you want and post and whatever. What matters is when that day comes, it might be a week, might be 2 weeks, might be 15 days, but you're gonna tell yourself, I'd rather not today. I did this. That is when you do it. And that is when you do it. You go do it, you start to enjoy it, because that's the day that you took control of your life again. So that's how you get started. That's how you start. Doesn't matter what it is. Just go start. Just go do something. That crypto. How can blockchain affect other industries? Blockchain, how you got to look at blockchain. The blockchain is just a way to store data. It's just a database. It's just a least efficient database because it relies on other mechanisms, right? However, it does have some features, right? It's immutable. Nobody can change past data. It gets hacked and stolen. Nobody can, it's a lot more secure. There are private blockchains out there. There's different sorts of blockchains out there. But blockchain can affect a lot of different industries, just not finance, right? When we think of crypto, you might just think of financial protocols, like financial vehicles, like a currency, or financial vehicles like trading stocks or trading cryptocurrencies or so forth. But it's just so much more into other areas of other industries. Is, if you need to have AI work into a set of rules, and they cannot go without that bound of rules, you can put AI loose into a smart contract blockchain environment. And this is where I'm not the most knowledgeable on. This is kind of just what I heard or kind of watched, I should say. But that is the environment where AI can kind of run wild. And we'll start to maybe see some artificial general intelligence. That's when it really starts thinking for itself within a set of rules, which would require a more based system. But anyway, we have finance, we have security, securing information, sharing information. We have communication, right? How can blockchain affect communication? We can encrypt and secure communication data. That way nobody can get a hold of it. We have to have the private keys and so forth, so we can actually have extremely good encryption communication, and we know that nobody can see what we want to communicate, which is important in a higher up world. And another big one I wrote down is supply chain. Cryptocurrency, crypto, blockchain in general is huge in supply chain already. And why that is important is we can track things. We could track the life cycle of things. So, diamonds to food to whatever, we can have a simple QR code that goes to the public address of a certain token, a cryptocurrency, blockchain, whatever. And during that life cycle of the process, all they need to do is simply enter data in that QR code, and that information is now immutable, right? So now we can see from the very first time it was that fruit or thing was manufactured or harvest, to the manufacturing process, to the delivery process, to the time it goes into the shelves. And so we can track that whole life cycle, where it went, how it went, how long it's been, and nobody can alter the data in there. And it's just a lot more efficient, right? It's a database that the public can have access to, have public information that we now know we can trust, and so forth. So the companies out there that are playing by the rules, that are playing fair and efficient, that are playing humane, would want to use these systems. That way the competitors that is taking business from them won't be able to do the same, right? So it'll be a little interesting concept. We're already seeing it. If you see a QR code on some specialty items, purses, again, supply chain. You got fancy purses now. They can attach a crypto blockchain to it. That way you can track it. You can verify numbers and so forth. You're trying to buy a Gucci purse in LA. You scan the QR code, and it says the Gucci purse was sold in Dubai. You're gonna wonder how the hell the purse got from A to B and so forth, right? So just a weird thing. Anyway, it is early in the morning. This video is getting late. We got 4 more days left. Look forward to it. Peace.